Hello, boys and girls. It's Edinburgh Fringe 2026 time. Now, I've been going to the Fringe now, what feels like forever, since about 2010, something like that, maybe a little bit later. Initially, I just went for a couple of shows, but now I try to do about 5 or 6 shows a day. And I've got some recommendations for you because what I do, unlike a normal person who'd spend like a day in each sort of venue area, I just I'll go and see a show one side of the town and then another show on another side of the town, and so I'm running around, and inevitably I will be wearing one of these bright t-shirts that I've had made because years ago there was a comedy duo called Ladies Live Longer, and they were brilliant. So I had a sweatshirt made, and people looked at it as I went around, and I just thought, well, if I'm running around the Fringe, and if I like an act enough, then I'll get a T-shirt with a poster on. People can see it, and hopefully they'll get a few bums on seats. It's just mobile billboard. That was the idea, and also when you're chatting to people in a queue just before you go in, they'll say, "What have you seen?" and all that. It's always a good way to get ideas of what to see, and people say, "What have you seen?" or "What would you recommend?" and I would go to see this person, or as you can see, I've made a couple of Fringe sweatshirts. This is an older one. We've got a foil or arms or hog from Foil Arms and Hog. You've got Pernilla Halland, who's got a show on this year as part of Notflix. You've got Sinead Parker, and there is a Norris in the background from Norris and Parker. Katie Norris is at the Fringe this year. There we have Rosie Holt, who is on again this year. I think it's when she was doing a half-an-hour show at the Frankenstein, singing spotty songs with a ukulele. There's the Sushi Tap Do, there's Will Seward, there's the Gagools, Next Best Thing, and John Robertson and His Dark Room. So if the weather's inclement, I'll be wearing this, or the other one. I'll show you the other one. So that gives you an idea. People say, who do you recommend? I'll say, go see the Dark Room, or go and see Rosie. This is the other one I have got. This is more recent. There's Katie Norris again. There's Dinesh Nathan. There is Sarah Roberts. So Sarah's got a show. Katie's got a show. Olaf Flaffel, what a lovely man he is. He's got a show there. As has Rosalie Minute, who is Clementine. This young lady was this is a show called Coffee Kid, and she's got a show called Secret Secrets, and my brain's gone blank. But anyway, so she's got a show this year, and then there's the incredible John Hastings and Fiona. Can't remember. Okay, she hasn't got a show this year anyway. So those when I'm standing in a queue, people say, "What do you recommend?" Go see Olaf, or go see Secret Secrets, or go see Katie. So this year's t-shirts are, Mark's got his show at midday. Mark Simmons. It's one-liners and puns and things like that. He's been on TV, so, but this is a banker. I'd say if you wanted a show that you just generally, you're going to get a good rate of gags and you haven't wasted your money, then go and see Mark, okay? And then we've got Katie Norris's latest. The other thing is that when you go and see a rock band, they have tour t-shirts, but comedians don't seem to have tour t-shirts. So I've got a few Katie Norris tour t-shirts, and this is this year's show, which is at the Pleasance. And she's very good and very scary, very good and very scary. Okay, now now I've been seeing Katie for years. Now this is a lady I caught about 2 weeks ago, and this show is very, very funny. She's a very, very good stand-up comedian. It's proper stand-up, proper show. It's great. And she's completely bonkers, but it's brilliant, solid stand-up. And I just, the second the show finished, I said, look, I'm going to stick you on my t-shirt this year. So you'll see me running around the Fringe with Samantha Day. So look her up in the brochure. The next one is Alex Franklin. Alex I saw a couple of years ago. His show was really good, and it was funny. He was very kind. They were very kind, and I just thought, you know what, you're getting on my t-shirt. When I saw that this was going to be the show this year, and also they've got another show, so that's on the back as well. So Underbelly, it's got Alex Franklin, very clever, fun comedian. You can't go wrong with a bit of Alex Franklin. Now this is another Alex with 2 A's. This lady flyered me 2 years ago. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to see her show. I ran out of time and days. And then I saw that she was doing a show last year. It was only a little venue, free venue. So I went to see it, and she was an absolute delight. Funny, kooky, lovely hour of comedy. And when I saw she was back again, I thought, right, you're going on my shirt. So there you go. Go see Alex. She's in the Hoots. The Hoots. So look up Alex. You need a pen and notepad for this particular video. Right, as mentioned earlier on my sweatshirt, Sarah Roberts. She's kooky and scary, but her stuff is very, very funny, very, very clever. And I saw her. It was one of these shows. I think it was at the Counting House that I first saw her. It was a philosophy show, and he had 2 guests. One was Robin Ince and one was Sarah. And from her 5-minute piece that she did, I thought, I'm going to go and see more of that. And last year's show was brilliant, and so I went to see this work in progress, and it was brilliant too. So go see Sarah. She's going to be huge. And it's not all ladies. I know there's a lot of ladies I've got on my shirt this year. But I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter if you've got a vagina or a willy. Yeah, as long as you make me laugh, I don't care. Okay? So I don't care what you call yourself. This is Rory Cargill. I saw a version of his show at the Assembly, I think it was last year. This is a love letter to old telly, children's TV from the 70s and the 80s and all that. You don't have to have an intricate knowledge of those shows, but it's really good. If you're a bit of a TV anorak, you'd love this show. I thought it was so great that when I saw he was doing it, I was like, got in touch with him, said, can I put you on my shirt? Okay, so there's Rory, and he's at the Assembly in the Crate. So go see him. That's another good hour. All the ones that I'm showing you are very good. All good hour shows. Right, this time, because I was running out of days and chest, these are some of these are work in progresses. I've had them on previous year's shirts full size. Mary O'Connell's Breadwinner is a work in progress. good, solid stand-up. She's very, very good, very personable. You will adore her. Charlie Vero Martin is a character comedian, stand-up. You can't predict where her show goes. She did Picnic, was it last year or the year before? Had that show on my shirt. She's brilliant. She's very, very talented, and you can't go wrong with Charlie. Then we've got Katie Pritchard as Sir Elton Scone. Katie she's like a hurricane of comedy, a whirlwind. She's multi-instrumentalist. She's a billion ideas a second, completely adorable as a human being, and always worth your time. First time I met her, she was in the Notflix team, and she was singing the audience in, and then she got down and played all the instruments and everything else like that. But every show I've seen since, and I've had her on a couple of t-shirts before, are just, I don't know where she gets her ideas on. Dalek burlesque, what can I tell you? And if anybody can pick up Dalek burlesque, it's Katie, but she's doing Elton John songs and cooking, and I don't know, it's all very bonkers, the little clips I've seen. Whimsy, somebody said she just channels whimsy. She's brilliant. And then we've got Clementine 2. Now Clementine 2 is Rosalie Minot's sequel to Clementine, which I took a punt on either last year or year before. And Clementine was, you know, when you're out with a group of mates and one of them is like full on and funny, but you adore them anyway. It's not full on that annoys you, it's full on that, you know, they're just like the life and soul and everything else like that. The Clementine character is like that. It's kind of Jane Austen channeling your full-on friend, and this is the sequel. This is Clementine 2. Highly recommend all of these. Clementine, I loved it so much. Immediately I made a t-shirt, and I also went to see the show a couple of times, dragged my wife to see it in Soho Theatre. So Rosalie Minot, Clementine. She's at Pleasance, Hoots for Katie Pritchard, the Free Fringe for Mary, she's in the Brewdog, and Hoots also has got Charlie. So go and see those. More recommendations. Right, these ones, last ones here. We're running out of chests. Rosie Holt's got a new show. I didn't see the poster till late. This is one I made when we were all stuck in lockdown, and she was doing all these nutty MPs. But the character didn't have a name at the time, so but it was the videos always had like woman who blah 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 blah. So that's what I called it. What woman who Rosie? That's Rosie's social media thing. So Rosie's always good value. I've seen her many times. Then we got the siblings. The siblings who are, if you like, Rick and Aid from Bottom and the Young Ones and things like that, then go and see the siblings. Sometimes they have like a variety show. Sometimes this is their latest tour called Dream Weavers. So if you get a chance to see the siblings, go and see the siblings. Okay, but this is I'm not sure how many dates they're doing at the Fringe for this one. And finally, lovely Jess. Now I'm going to get it wrong again. Karvik. She's an accomplished actress and character comedian. This is the show she did last year. It's updated this year, and the posters are yellow, and she's wearing like a red suit, but it's still for your consideration. How can I describe it? I don't want to describe it because I don't want to spoil it. But the Mary Poppins bit is brilliant, and it's stuck with me forever. But yeah, she is a very, very clever comedian, an actress, and I think she's still at the Gilded Balloon. It was Gilded Balloon last year, but it's a yellow poster, and the show's still called For Your Consideration. But this is so good that we've already booked our tickets for this one because my wife hasn't seen it. We've also booked our tickets for Elf Lions. Elf Lions is always a good guarantee. If you see Jos Norris about, he's brilliant. Go and see him. I'm going to forget people. Oh yeah, Noreen Skinner. She's doing a work in progress called Decisions, and she is very, very, very funny, very talented. She got to the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent with the Dots, and I've been following her work for years. So there you go. Those are my Fringe recommendations. You will see me running around the Fringe wearing a brightly coloured T-shirt with these on. This is the only time in my life I've ever felt like a lady with big boobies, because I'll be walking along and people are just staring at my chest, and I go, well, what are they looking at? And then I realise they're trying to read where the gig is. So go and see Mark. He's got a nice midday, start your Fringe day. Have a get up slowly, go and have a breakfast, then go and see Mark, and then go and see my other recommendations as well. Say hello if you see me in the street. That's Edinburgh Fringe 2026. Fill your boots.